I'm Joseph Quinn. I'm playing Arthur Havisham.
I'm Tom Weston-Jones and I play Meriwether Compeyson.
And how do your characters interact?
They interact a lot. It's mainly the majority of the few episodes for each of us is together. We do a lot of colluding, a lot of planning and plotting, and mainly getting drunk together actually, which is quite a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do, and without trying to give away too much, the relationship sours at certain points, so that's been a lot of fun to negotiate. And Joe's incredibly hard to work with, so it's just been a nightmare. An absolute nightmare.
No, he's really nice.
No, it's been great. It's been really, really fun.
It's a very kind of complex relationship because we're friends, but we're also, again,
we're using each other quite a lot as well. So it's getting that balance right.
Yeah, well, I play Tuppence' brother, Amelia Havisham's brother.
Yeah.
And so, our storyline involves us three.
So I assume you're the man who jilts her.
I am the one who jilts her, yeah. I'm the one who's seemingly out for this young man, and then, he's got his own agenda going at the same time. He's a pure con man, really. And the good thing is that he's mentioned slightly in the book, so I've had quite a lot of free rein to do certain things with him, which has been, a challenge in some respects because you want to get it right. But he's a very fun person to play.
Which takes us back to the series itself. I mean, Dickensian. It's an audacious undertaking, really, isn't it? To take Dickens, backstories and minor characters and elevate them and create this new kind of bunch of storylines for it.
When I first heard about the series, I was really curious as to see how they would pull it off, because it is a huge undertaking. There is something like 30 main characters, 30 main characters, which is massive. I've never been in anything like that. The good thing about it is that it's kind of like a prequel.
Sorry, they did it to us during our
We were a bit more surreptitious about it, though.
We didn't flash you. We didn't flash them.
Can we have another take, please?
What were we saying before we were so rudely interrupted?
Yeah, I think it is very ambitious, definitely, and I think it's very much a celebration of Dickens' work, putting all of these characters that he's come up with in one place. I think is a very kind of interesting way to kind of celebrate the genius of a very, very clever writer.
My favourite aspect of it is just how bizarre some of the stories are, and I do think there's a sentimentality that certain people have towards Dickens, which I think is sort of a bit false, actually. There's a purity to it that some people might see, but actually it's very dark, a lot of it, and you get some really unusual people, very, very strange characters that were, and you could argue that they definitely existed in Victorian London, and he came across them all the time.
So Joe, what's your preparation for a series like this?
Well, my character drinks a lot. So I do that.
That's really hard. It's really, really hard work. Really hard.
And he eats a lot of cheese. And I eat lots of cheese. No, I don't really. I just say the lines. Really. I just learn the lines, and he's a really cool part to play. Like he's very kind of. He's a baddie, but there's layers to him, which are kind of really fun to find out and to play with. And so I think that the work I do before is kind of mainly just rehearsal with if I'm working with Tom or with Tuppence.
We got together beforehand, didn't we?
Did.
I remember that.
I had my first kind of vegetarian experience at Tom's house. I went round, he wined and dined me.
I did.
With mineral water
and corn spag bowl.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about potentially becoming Christmas institutions?
Pretty good. I don't think that's what we'll be held on to about. Our characters tend to go through some dark things. So if there's anything Christmassy, if there's anything Christmassy within this show, I don't think we're really party to it. We're not party to it.